In a world where nerds rule, but true entertainment is rare. The Nerdy Entertainment Syndicate.
What's up, nerds? Welcome to another episode of Nerdy Entertainment Syndicate, the podcast video edition.
Yes.
Looking a little more professional here, a little snazzy with Carlos with the cans.
Yes. So, trying out this new microphone arm that I bought on Amazon, and we've been hearing people tell us, constructive criticism that sometimes our audio leaves or fades away, and it's just our microphones don't have the best quality microphones, but we're slowly investing into this. So I bought these arms to make it easier on us to speak into it. So far we're gonna see how it goes. But how you guys been? Miss you guys. It's been about 4 to 5 months since our last actual official podcast. Not an unboxing, but a podcast.
It's been a while. Yeah, we've been back with an unboxing / movie review / episode.
Mm-hmm. So, how's life been?
Pretty hectic, pretty stressful. I'm sure you could attest to the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm still fitting in my geeky goodness, my nerdy loves, movies, constantly going to the movies, listening to podcasts, reading comics.
Right.
Video games have fallen to the wayside a bit.
Yeah.
I kind of had to sacrifice some videos for video games.
Likewise, I've actually have to invest in buying a hard drive, external hard drive. My PlayStation is very full, and I really can't erase some save data.
Your files and stuff, do you upload to the cloud?
What, PlayStation 4 have the cloud?
Yeah, do you have the subscription?
Yeah.
You have subscription, right? Yeah, you get like free, 10 gigs or something like that. Maybe more.
10 gigs? That's not much though.
I think more.
Yeah, 10 gigs, that's like fart or something.
Yeah, you have enough to like save your uploads and games and stuff.
Good to know. Well, either way, I bought one of those Black Friday deals. I bought 4 terabyte for about
4?
Yeah, 4 terabytes for about $70.
Damn, that's cool.
So
70?
Yeah,
That's a
$70.
good deal.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
So let's kick things up going with movies.
Movies.
What did we watch?
We've seen Justice League. We've seen Thor Ragnarok. We've seen Coco. We've seen.
Yes.
I saw Blade Runner. You never saw Blade Runner.
No, I have not seen Blade Runner yet.
What else have I seen? I've seen Justice League again. I saw Justice League another time.
Okay, let's stick to Justice League since we both watched it. We were there together. What did you think?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It's got its flaws. These DC movies really, they don't have the game locked down, but they got their flaws. I enjoy them a lot more because they are my characters. They're the team I love. They're the characters I love, and we get to see the Justice League on the big screen. Right. There's Batman and Flash. Mm-hmm. We get to see a real life Flash, a real life Aquaman, and Cyborg, and they're just up on the big screen. It's a movie. It's the Justice League. It's a fun movie. It's awesome. It's got cool action beats. It's got a lot of jokes. It's
good.
You could see
the jokes are spaced out well too.
Yeah, you could see them trying to right the ship from what happened with Man of Steel, BVS, Suicide Squad. Yeah, but it's a good movie. I recommend you go watch it. Yeah, so
most of the people that we've talked to that aren't diehard comic book fans like we are, but just fans of movies who want to see superhero movies, they all said they liked it. That didn't have much to grab on. The people in our inner circle, the things we nitpick is because it's the type of people we are. You know?
Being that we follow this stuff to like kind of share the news on the channel and stuff is a lot of my gripes are technical issues. Right. And
the mustache.
I have very few like story type related issues or character related issues. I have but most of it was technical stuff.
I have some character issues.
I have some too.
How about we start with what we liked? So we'll start with you.
What we liked was getting the team together. We had the team together. The movie was pretty well paced. It kind of moved. There was maybe 1 or 2 lulls in there a bit, but it moved. It didn't feel like a 2-hour movie. I had a blast, again, seeing the characters. Right. The stuff with the Amazons, seeing a little bit of Atlantis. I would have preferred a little bit more with Barry, seeing Central City stuff. But, I mean, we see Batman back, we see Wonder Woman back, and it's just, I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I'm on board with you there. That just seeing the team together, finally seeing the Justice League together. Also, I'm sorry, but the whole Amazonians part section of the whole movie was amazing. That cube chase scene.
Yeah, they play Keep Away with the mother box with the Steppenwolf.
Yes.
When he shows up. That
So there's obviously spoiler alert.
we're going to spoilers.
But there's a chase scene where Steppenwolf is chasing the mother box, and the Amazonians are doing an amazing job keeping it away from him. Not just like, hot potato, keep away, tossing the cube, but just amazing feats that they're doing to keep that cube away. And the self-sacrifice they're doing just to keep that cube away, just amazing. It was an awesome scene. It's kind of like, Wonder Woman. Just the whole scene was awesome. There's nothing for me to complain about that. And
I think, like we were talking earlier before we started recording, I told him that my fourth viewing of watching this, that Amazonian Keep Away scene, I got a little emotional. I got teared up.
because they were all getting killed.
Because I've seen them in the Wonder Woman. Like, I know who they are. I know it's the same actresses and the same roles and stuff. So seeing them kick butt, keeping that mother box away was awesome. The way like they tossed it. That one girl jumped off the horse and lassoed it, and then kind of like wrapped it around the bow, the arrow, and then tosses it to another one just as she's gonna get sliced by Steppenwolf. And then the way the other one catches it, reels it in on the back of the horse. Right. And then, I got it. Let's go. It's like, oh, it's so cool.
Or the part where they're breaking down the walls into that cave chamber, like
where they're holding the mother box when he first shows up.
Correct. So that little holding cell, whatever you want to call it, the way they're like, it was like Atlas is how he's holding the world. They're holding the wall.
For Hippolyta to make her way out. Yeah, that was
and they're all muscular and just breaking down these, I guess, shields or barriers, whatever you want to call it, coming
barriers. Down. I was like,
that was awesome.
They just die because it looked like they got crushed into it.
At the last one, definitely got crushed. She was holding it and just like boom.
I mean, it was cool seeing parademons.
Yeah,
the Steppenwolf design was a little wonky. I could care less of it. Like,
they could have done better.
A lot of complaints about it. Design. That he was fully CG. All right, we've seen fully CG characters. Ultron was a fully CG character. Nobody complained about that.
No. I think the fact that his color scheme just it all blended too well. Like he looked like it's almost like when you play a video game, like you want to see a rendering design of a character and it's not fully polished yet. It's just it's just like
one
tone color.
First past the grayscale.
Yeah, you know what I mean. That's what I got from it. It's like it's kind of like you can barely tell it's two tones. Where does his shield end and his skin start? It's hard to tell. So my gripe with that was just like the color scheme. It was like I don't know what's going on here.
The voice actor was cool. I did like the voice actor.
I liked it too.
That would have been cool if he did motion capture or if he did practical makeup effect and they would CG it on him.
That's what Marvel does. That would have been
cool, yeah.
Yeah. But also another thing I like the telling of Steppenwolf, his battle.
The backstory of that Wonder Woman.
Yeah, that was awesome because we got to see Zeus.
We saw the gods.
Ares. We got to see a Green Lanterns with the S because there's multiple.
I saw one.
I remember seeing it. I thought
it was just one.
Was it one? I thought I saw another one.
There's one Green Lantern. There were gods. You see again, like you said, Zeus,
Ares,
and who's the one with the bow and arrow?
Aphrodite. I think it was Aphrodite. Could have been Aphrodite.
There was the Archer one. I don't know if it's Aphrodite.
Is it Aphrodite?
Seeing the Atlanteans, the Amazonians.
Yeah, Atlanteans, Amazonians, and the Earthlings, whatever you want to call it.
And it's just that all-out war scene. That was cool.
That was awesome.
That was badass to see that.
Look, maybe next time a little more emphasis on that battle scene, like showing like maybe the extended version. There's like 20 minutes of it.
To see how the gods too were larger than the Amazonians.
Yes.
And stuff. They were just like massive. They were like, okay, those are gods.
Yes.
That was awesome.
Yes.
That was cool to see that.
Initially I didn't know it was Zeus. I thought it was Hercules because I was like, oh, is that Hercules going on? But no, it's Zeus.
But at first I was like, is that a Shazam type character? But then reading the credits, it was Zeus. It's like, so and that's also Wonder Woman's dad. So it's like, a little Easter egg seeing Wonder Woman's dad on there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Let's do what else.
Cyborg I liked the Cyborg. Ray Fisher. I liked his character arc, the way he portrayed that character.
Okay, my biggest takeaway from this movie, and something I did not expect, something I wasn't really planning on, is becoming a fan of Cyborg. And the reason I'm saying that is way he played the character, very cold. Like he was almost robotic. The way
Yeah.
he spoke. You know, it wasn't his emotions were high or low. It's just very robotic the way he delivered his sentences. You know, the way he
Yeah.
spoke. I was like, wow, very machine-like, and I was like, that you can tell it was purposeful if you looked into it.
Yeah.
And that was awesome. He honestly made the movie a lot more better for me.
Yeah, because seeing all the behind the scenes stuff that we'd followed, I'd seen the actor Ray Fisher doing interviews and stuff, and he's so outgoing, so pumped, so excited to have us see this movie and see his portrayal and stuff. To see him actually in the movie is like, oh, that's a different person, because he, like you said, he was so just kind of cold and calculated,
Yeah.
and emotionless, and just the way, like, no emotion. He's, his backstory. He thinks he's a monster. It's like, that was a really good portrayal, and he had almost a full complete arc in the
Right.
movie. So that was really cool. And then especially how he was very useful to the team, because he's like technology based. What they needed him to do with finding the mother boxes, or the way he could bring the mother boxes apart.
Yeah.
At the end there, I became a fan of the cyborg.
It really was a little mini story for him, a little mini arc for him. So I became a fan of his just off the back with that. And then the Flash, how I guess he's into the Speed Force scene of it. I thought it was pretty cool. Seeing the electricity kind of Speed Force. For me, the Speed Force essence was I liked those.
Yeah, seeing him run, seeing the Speed Force essence was cool, but the way he ran was funny to me. It was just like, oh, that's kind of weird. Why?
You talking about his newborn horse?
His flailing arms and just kind of.
Does it look like he was skiing?
Yeah, it was a bit like it was a choice.
It almost seemed
I
like
preferred a different choice.
Yeah, you know what? I will agree on it. Like, it almost seemed like they told him, hey, because they could have just made him run fast and they could have slowed it down. But it was almost like they say, hey, we want you to imitate running fast, but then play some slow. No, seriously, think about it. It looked like they told him, run fast, but in slow mo.
Or it looks like.
So he was acting it. He was acting his own slow. I honestly feel like he was acting his own slow mo out. I was like, ah.
But did you notice that, at the end, that little montage at the end, where it's showing each individual character and where he's running through Central City, how it looked weird, just the way it runs. It's like, that's not how a person runs.
No, that's not.
And even
no one runs.
Even Barry from the TV show doesn't run that obvious looking. That was just it was a choice. Okay,
it was the wrong choice.
Yeah,
it was the wrong choice.
But
anyways, the Speed Force part was cool, and then the part where he's fighting Superman, they're trying to get a hold of him.
That was,
and he's running
one
fast.
Of the coolest things
yes, it was.
that have ever happened in any movie.
So Superman. At this point, he's already being awoken. He's holding Wonder Woman in one hand, choking her to death. Choking in the other hand, he has Arthur, and as Barry Allen,
and then Cyborg is trying to. Got him by the arms.
Correct. And Barry Allen is trying to flank him. So Barry Allen is coming. Here we go. Superman. Barry Allen is trying to flank him to the back, and as he's doing so, Superman, out of the corner of his eyes, just kind of turns his head. Eyes start to look towards him, and he catches him. And Barry just sees that, and he's like, "What?"
That was the coolest thing. I saw it coming. When you saw the shot of Superman, it's like, oh, his eye's gonna move. His eye's gonna move.
Yeah.
And as soon as it does, it still hits you. And then the look on Barry's face is like. What?
Yeah,
It's
that was pretty cool.
That was awesome. And then they have that little slow motion fight. And but yeah, just seeing Superman back, Henry Cavill. I think he got I feel so bad for Henry Cavill because he's so excited to play this character.
Yeah.
I follow him on social media and all the stuff he does to promote and how excited and how happy he is to be Superman. The way he's kind of short shrifted as the character, especially BVS, and in this one he kind of a small part, but you see them trying to change things for him.
Yeah.
Change it around.
Yeah, they're
making him brighter. He's that, I believe in truth and justice kind of stuff, and it's you see them trying to change it.
Good. I'm happy for it because that's what Superman has always been. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, the Boy Scout.
He is. That's who it is.
But yeah, I hope he gets his own sequel because
he should.
They shortchanged him for BVS and in Justice League.
Yeah.
He needs to have his own full-length sequel with a Superman story.
Yeah, I'm
because he's awesome as Superman.
Yeah,
so he's gotten better each time.
Now, what else did you like?
Seeing Aquaman, what do you think? The Atlantis stuff.
I think they didn't show enough of it. I want to see more of Mara, more of his whole home world.
Yeah,
But-
that portion kind of like left you wanting more.
Yeah, and then but his rock star attitude, I don't know.
You didn't dig it.
Although a lot of people I know digged it,
dig it.
liked it. I was like,
Dressed like a bat.
I guess, I don't know. I didn't really like that persona.
You like more of the
King.
animated stuff?
Yeah, where he's the actual king. He's a ruler. He's a
well, in this one he's not a king.
No.
This is, he almost has a prequel bit in this too.
Yeah, because in this one it's Mara who's the queen, and
I don't think she's the queen.
you don't think so? Because she's saying
She mentioned something about the son of Atlanta, Queen Atlanta, finally here or something. So she's not the
that's
queen.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
Yeah. But
So-
yeah, that's cool. He had a little bit of a prequel story, so it makes you want more.
Although the look of
more-
him was badass.
he looked cool.
Yeah. The swimming part, him being as fast as he is in the water, was cool. Mara using her powers of water manipulation was awesome.
That's what I was curious about. Like, remember, like we talked a long time ago, how is Atlantis going to be portrayed underwater?
Them not
So that
talking in the
was
water
kinda
was
cool.
kind of like
That, yeah. Well, actually, what James Wan, director of the Aquaman, said, he's not going to have air bubbles. So, like, it's cool, everybody. I'm not going to have these air bubbles when
Okay,
people
okay.
talk. So I wonder how they're going to do that. But I thought that was pretty cool. I like the power of it, the way she used it against Steppenwolf.
Yes,
Like to open up the air, and he kind of like
fell
falls
down.
down. And then she closes her up on him again.
Yeah,
But that was kind of...
that was fun. That was very tactical.
That was an interesting way
Yeah.
to use it in order to hear him talk.
Yes.
So I wonder how James Wan's going to do it for Aquaman. But that was cool. Seeing her, like Mira, that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, again, left you wanting more.
Yes, definitely. If you want one.
Hope
Let's
so.
see. Continue going. What other parts? Let's see.
Overall, we liked it.
Yeah.
We recommend you go see it if you haven't. How about we go to Thor? If
Ragnarok.
you got any more for Justice League?
No, don't. You know what? I was gonna say this on Justice League though. A couple things I really didn't like. I just want to get out of the way. The family at the end. The
Yeah.
family. I was like,
Like I said, I had a few story issues with it. That's one of them.
Why are they there? Just randomly just put it like.
They focus on them 4 different scenes. They come back to this random family.
That they honestly they.
I understand them trying to
But there still were no connection because there was not enough
show
information
us,
for them.
yeah, like just civilians in danger. They could have showed a bunch of more people running to safety, not focused on
And we
this
would
whole family
understand
in the
it.
house.
We
yeah.
would have understood it. If they showed just houses with people,
Yeah, everybody that's there,
I would have understood
running
there.
for cover, running for
They
safety
would have had the same effect without wasting time with that.
with that family.
Yeah.
yeah, that, and then seeing them run away from the danger, and then maybe focus on that one in the truck because that's going to be Flash's little joke
Yeah.
bit. Then you can do that, but the way they focused on him early on and then the middle of the movie, then again and then towards the end, it's like that was really unnecessary. Yeah, so that's like one of those story bits. One of the character bits, just again real quick, but Batman was a little too jokey for me because there's especially the one scene where Superman comes back at the end when he's helping fight Steppenwolf. The way you see him like a little kid, like, oh, who's Superman?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that was off-putting. That's not Batman.
I miss Christian Bale sometimes.
The joke about where Superman comes back, how can I help? Oh, we need you to help with this mother box. Oh, I knew you didn't bring it back because you like me. I don't not like that little joke from Batman. That's cool.
Yeah, because
I can see him doing that.
it was like a backhanded compliment, which is cool. You
yeah.
know, that's what it really
Yeah.
backhanded compliment.
But the scene of
It's like, do I
like
smell
him-
not that bad today? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but just that scene of him being so giddy to see him again is
Yeah.
like, oh, that was off-putting.
Yeah.
That wasn't cool.
All right, moving on.
Yeah.
We're going to Thor Ragnarok.
Thor Ragnarok,
Amazing movie.
so fun. That was such a cool,
Gorgeous movie to see it. Very colorful.
movie. Hilarious,
Amazing. It was hilarious.
absolutely hilarious.
And what really impressed me, guys, was the route they're taking Thor. And I don't know if you heard this, but Liam, or is it Chris?
Hemsworth,
Yeah,
Chris.
He no wait, who plays Thor?
Chris Hemsworth.
Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah. There's 3. Yeah, there's 3 Chris's in
Yeah.
the MCU.
How he references to Kevin Smith. How Kevin? I don't know if you've seen that. He says something that you heard Kevin Smith critique Thor, saying Thor plays the silly, naive guy every single time, that there's no character depth to him. That you can pretty much guess what he's gonna do each time, how it's gonna shape out, how it literally is just him playing the same person who doesn't evolve. And it was his idea to cut his hair and to lose the eye and lose the hammer. That was all Chris's idea.
Because of what Kevin Smith said?
Yes, because he wanted to implement him to be a deeper person, don't let the hammer define who he is, which opened up to the movie it just opened it up. It really did.
That helped, I guess. Yeah, because you know what? At some point, it's like I even forgot about the hammer. I didn't even notice it throughout the rest of the movie how he didn't have it.
Oh yeah, and the character development of Thor, and you don't think about character development after this. What is this, his fourth movie?
Third standalone, but he's been in 3 others, so maybe 5, 6 total.
So he really played the same person each time, but he was deep in this one. You know, the scene where he's talking to his brother, he goes, "Oh brother, I've always loved you."
Yeah, I've always loved you. You do what you do, and we always butt heads, or we're always gonna like.
And just the way he did it though, instead of like being stupid and being fooled by him, how he's just like, no,
this is just a game we play.
Yeah,
you're always gonna be the trickster.
Yeah, and how Loki just looked at him, was like kind of like hurt, like ooh, like wow,
it's like I can't get to him anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like he's like, oh okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I love the movie. Yeah. Fantastic, hilarious, cool action, awesome like beats. But again, I have my little gripes with it, with the whole, just how Odin, he kind of disintegrates. So Odin's dead, and it doesn't really hit as hard as it should, I think.
No.
Because we see it through, because the first 2 Thor movies were a little more dramatic, a little darker,
yes,
a little heavier. The impact of Thor's dad, Odin, kind of dying, was like, I think it should have hit a little harder than it did. Yeah,
they could have dealt in it so we can establish more of a connection. Because this is taking place, 4 years after Thor 2? This is 4 years after. Okay. Yeah, so this is 4 years after Thor 2. Yeah. So if essentially Loki sends Odin to Earth, where he's pretty much getting his powers depleted to the point where he can no longer stay alive and goes into dust. Yeah. So that's what happened. But you're right. There's not much of a strong connection, because the minute we see him, he pretty much dies. So it's like, oh, okay, he's in it for 5 minutes, and it doesn't really seem to bother Odin's son and Loki. They're like,
it starts to really quick. It's like, this is your fault. You send him here.
Yeah.
They start getting into it, but then Hela shows up, and that's when the focus gets pulled away from that,
and then that's how we forget
lose that.
Yeah, we have that connection.
Yeah. They try to go back to it later in the movie when. Towards the end fight, when he's trying to gather the strength to fight Hela, like that whole, like, you flash back to the death scene. Yeah. Like, what are you, the god of hammers? It's like you had it within you the whole time, kind of like the strength from within kind of message. But yeah, it's just like they pulled focus away from that. Hela's here. Let's get on to the rest of this adventure or whatever. Also, Hela too. She was awesome,
amazing.
Her backstory was cool, but once she showed up, took over Asgard. She talked about 9 realms and all this other stuff, and like she didn't really do much to do anything else. So she wasn't it's that usual Marvel villain issue of like, they have their plan. It's not really that high stakes. It's just kind of like to get the heroes doing their thing. But I felt Hela a bit lackluster.
Really?
I found her backstory better when they were doing that slow motion thing when they show her fighting the Valkyries. That was awesome. Setting up the story, like the little mural, like how she used to fight for Odin's son or Odin and stuff like that.
Yeah,
that was cool. And then she resurrects the dead and that hellhound or whatever. But then from there, so it's like she's just hanging out in Asgard. She destroys everybody, but just hanging out.
Really, because her whole thing was that she wanted to take over Asgard. That was her gig.
Wasn't there like 9 other realms or something? Or that she wanted to.
There was 9 realms, but remember, she kept making a big deal that Asgard will be hers. So
because she was supposed to gain more power being in Asgard, right?
Correct. So she needed to destroy or get a hold of Asgard. So that's what the whole premise was. Like, oh, I'm gonna stay in Asgard.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess almost to me it felt like, okay, she did it, and then it's like, what else? Where are we gonna up the stakes a little more, or where are we gonna go from here? And so that was my issue kind of with Hela, but she was awesome. Her almost campy kind of portrayal of just like being goddess of death. It was like, I liked it. I dug it.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, she looked hot too.
She was amazing. But when she spoke, she stole that scene. Anytime she was in a scene, though, she owned it.
She was cool. Super
She was-
cool. And I love the effect of like her bringing out swords.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah,
That was pretty awesome.
Also, Hulk was awesome.
Hulk was super cool. Having him like talk and throwing in the jokes and having a personality, more of a personality.
It was definitely a buddy cop thing.
Yeah.
With Banner and Thor. Like, we both were on screen. The banter between those two, and I'm talking about Hulk, not Bruce Banner, but the banter between Hulk and Thor was awesome. It literally was like two little brothers fighting with each other.
It was hilarious.
Like the whole, Big Flame, Raging Flame.
Oh yeah, we're both like, oh yeah, Hulk, raging fire. You're a smoldering fire.
Yeah.
and that's like Chris Hemsworth's actual reaction to that, because you see him chuckle. It's like you can tell that's out of character. It's
Yeah.
like Chris Hemsworth actually chuckling. So many other jokes with like the Hulk bringing back him slamming Loki. He does that to Thor during the battle.
And Loki
scene.
goes, yes.
Jeff Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum was Jeff Goldblum.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
freaking amazing in it. Just his
Banter, the way
Odd.
his manner. It's funny how it's hard to explain Jeff.
well, not really. Well, if you know Jeff, that's all you need.
Yeah, but can you explain it?
Just say Jeff Goldblum and everybody will know what.
Because
he's
they understand, but you can't explain it.
You can't explain.
You can't put into words his mannerism.
Yeah.
It's just
His quirks, his odd.
his hands, like, it almost sounds like he enunciates almost every other word. He raises his voice and talks like this.
One of my favorite beats was when he's like starts playing the piano and talks about like on other planets he's 1,000 years old, but on this planet, and it just leaves everybody. It just leaves it hanging. It's like, oh, just little Jeff Goldblum bits.
Yeah.
Again, just the other new characters that they brought in. Valkyrie was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked her.
Yeah, she was part of the
Korg.
Yeah. Oh, Korg is hilarious.
Freaking Taika Waititi.
Which it isn't a new character, guys. All these characters are in the comic book. Korg is part of the whole World War.
Hulk.
No, Hulk.
Planet Hulk?
Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Sorry, not World Hulk. Planet Hulk. Werewolf Hulk is what leads him to go to Planet Hulk. But in Planet Hulk, he has his resistance, his rebellion, and
Korg.
stuff like, yeah, and Korg is in it. Meek as well. Remember I like one of
His
the
little
parts.
sidekick.
Yeah, one of the best parts is like, "Hi, this is Meek. He's dead," and then he just moves. "Oh, hey Meek, you're alive."
Oh, I've just been carrying him around.
Yeah.
I stepped on him. He dead. But one of my favorite Korg bits was when Loki shows up to talk to Thor in that little circle.
Oh, can't wait! Here he goes.
He's like, piss off, ghost! After he's already long gone.
He throws a weak ass kick.
That was awesome. So yeah, that was actually the director, Taika Waititi, performed
Correct.
as Korg.
From
And he had
What We Do in the Shadows.
that Kiwi accent and everything. So that was funny. Like, piss off, ghost! Like, already
Yeah.
after he's gone.
Yeah.
That was funny. Such a great movie though.
Yeah.
The colors, the worlds I created, the devil's anus.
Yes.
That was funny.
That was awesome.
The devil's anus. Wasn't there? Oh, that cameo. The cameos that were in there, like early on in the beginning, how they kind of set up to catch you up to what's gone up before. So the little bit of Thor:
Right.
The Dark World, where Loki as Odin is watching a play based on the death of Loki.
This is early on in the
And
movie.
the cameos, you see
Matt Damon.
Sam Neill as Odin, Matt Damon as Loki, and the other Hemsworth brother as Thor.
Yeah.
So that was cool. It was funny little bits.
That was awesome. I like the
great
way
fun, man. It's
how,
such a good movie.
When Odin saw Thor, he was like, "Oh,
Does he know? Does he know?
yeah, hey,
Well, and that little thing he does where like he throws the hammer at it, and
Yeah.
it always comes back to him. He puts him in front of him.
yeah,
It's like because Odin would be worthy enough to catch the
Yeah, of
the
course.
hammer. So just to kind of
just hold his head."
that was
Yeah.
awesome. The opening scene was cool. That whole scene in where is it? Surtur? Where's that? Was it Hell? Or-
Yeah, there you go.
That was funny.
Oh, where he's
whole-
hanging on the chains.
Just how they set up and he turns around.
So
It's like,
Thor's,
oh, hold on.
Thor's hanging from the chains. There you go. And he starts to spin. And every time he's spinning, he spins out of range where Sorter can't see him. So like, hold on. So they're doing it almost in real time. And he does a spin. Talks to him. He goes, "I'm not really doing this." Yeah, that was hilarious.
That and then when how it gets into the action sequence
Yeah.
with the Led Zeppelin song and the way he uses his hammer and
Yeah.
stuff. It's like, oh, you've never seen that in a Thor movie yet.
No.
And then that dragon comes out.
Expensive rights to a song, and they use it right away.
And then the scene with the dragon too, the way he like Once the dragon at bay, he like drops the hammer in his mouth to just like
That was awesome.
that was like, oh, that was so cool. So I would have loved to see more of that opening sequence as a movie with other creatures and dragons and that old timey Thor kind of action. But overall, just awesome movie.
Yeah, I liked it. I really enjoyed it.
Probably my favorite bit was when Banner jumped out of that jet to turn into the Hulk. But he didn't. But he didn't turn into the Hulk.
This was the first movie, the first Avengers movie, when Banner's in the airplane and they're like, "We need you to get angry now," and it was one of the best lines ever. And he goes, "That's the thing you guys don't know.
That's my secret.
I'm always angry.
I'm always angry."
And he just jumps off the airplane.
No, that was actually on the bridge. He's like standing there, like he shows up on the motorbike, like.
Was it the motorbike? I think it was on the airplane, but he jumps off anyways, and he just lands.
Because that thing is coming through the city. Because Tony Stark's
Is that what?
leading it
I
toward
thought he
him.
was in the airplane.
No,
just bad memory, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, so Tony Stark's leading that alien through the city. He's like, "I'll bring the party to you guys, and make sure Banner's here." So then he shows up in a little motorbike, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna need you now." So I'll get angry. He's like, "Well, that's my secret. I'm always angry." Then he turns and punches as a cast member.
Oh, okay, there we go. That's good.
So this one, he jumps out of a plane.
Essentially trying to do the same thing. You know, he jumps off the airplane. Like he says, the way he lands,
because it's
like
because it's not immediate. Like it doesn't jump out and then you see it. There's more of the action.
It's like a fucking cartoon.
There's more of the action sequence. And then you see in the background that dog. And then you see, just like you said, a cartoon, just Banner slam onto the Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, as a human.
And it was just hilarious because everything stopped for a second to look like
what the fuck just happened? Because it looked like someone got some sloppy,
just a ragdoll,
a salami of a doll. Do it and just the slop. It made it slop.
And everybody's like,
and then he turns, awesome. And then he turns like, oh, okay.
So many great bits in that movie. Another just freaking awesome movie.
It made me a fan of Thor again. It really did.
That totally makes me want to go back to see the first two. I know they're not going to be as good.
No,
but just to like, okay, let's complete. I want to complete that story, and because I've forgotten so much about the first two movies too. But yeah, overall, again, Thor, go see it if you haven't, because everybody has by now.
Yeah, it and of course did well in the box office. So either way, go check out Thor.
That we got it's another one. Coco, we both saw.
We saw Coco. It's a good kids movie and a good adult movie.
Absolutely, man. It's another
stunning, visually stunning. Just the colors alone, guys.
It's another Pixar home run.
Yeah, just the colors alone, you're gonna be a fan of it. The story, pretty deep story, very rich. Dia de los Muertos culture into it.
Gives you a good look at a different culture.
Reminded me a lot of the Book of Life, for those who have seen it. Although similar, there's a lot of similarities though. The actual design of it is completely different. One was very blocky, very cartoonish. One had more of a human, normal aspect rendering of it.
Yeah, I would say like one looks more 2D animation. Coco's more 3D.
Yes,
Pixar animation. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, visually stunning. The colors are amazing. The music, I love the music in it throughout the whole movie.
Singing and everything. Yeah.
The acting, the performances are great. The stories are typical, family, lighthearted story. It's got some dark bits in there because it takes place like in the afterlife, and it kind of talks about death and stuff like that, and how even in the afterlife, if you're forgotten, you're completely just gone. You don't even meet with those who remember you in the afterlife. So it's like you're nothing. It's like that got pretty heavy.
Yeah.
So
I liked it. My kid liked it. My wife liked it. Family friendly, and it's doing good. A lot of word of mouth. A lot of people word of mouth have said it's amazing. So
it's a great movie. Yeah, like immediately, got the soundtrack, started to listen to that.
Yeah, well, like it's funny because like I told you. My wife started listening to the soundtrack of it, and then she also started listening to the soundtrack to Justice League.
The Justice League, she liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this. We're both kind of like lukewarm on it.
Yeah.
It's like we could probably play it on the background and not pay attention to it as much as we do with the Man of Steel or the Dark Knight trilogy.
Correct.
So that's how I...
Because it was almost remakes some songs, so it wasn't nothing new.
Overall, if you listen to it again, you might pick it up. Like I picked it up. It's very Batman-centric, the 1989 Danny Elfman stuff. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of the chord progressions and sounds of the original Batman soundtrack, but they include little themes in here. They kind of mix it in, but just a little bit, just like a little hint of the Batman.
Right.
Da 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 of that. Like they have that in there just a little bit. They have a little bit of the
it-
Superman original John.
That's what I'm
Williams
saying though.
score.
It took older stuff. It wasn't like original started, Chris Nolan status,
But just the hook of it.
yeah.
It wasn't a full complete
No,
song
no,
of it,
no,
but
no.
they had the hook of
It
it.
had the essence where you can notice. It's like, oh, there it is. Kind of like the Ready Player One, the trailer, how it has a Willy Wonka
Uh-huh.
song. It's like it's not.
That's more. That's like obvious. It's like, oh,
Well,
here's
because
the full.
they're
Willy
using
Wonka
it,
song.
but
Yeah.
it's like that. Like you can use it as a background noise, and they just like, all right, we can derive something from this, and take it. Where you're like, oh, okay, I know where they took their idea from because it's this, But,
Yeah, just a quick side note. Ready Player One. I'm so freaking excited for that movie. We need another trailer. It's like 4 or 5 months till it comes out.
yeah, that one trailer is not
Jeez.
enough, man.
Seriously, we need more.
Not enough. I gotta read the book. I have to read the book.
So good. I got to read it again too.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
If not, I'll just see if I can get it on my phone. What
What
else? Oh,
We're talking
Infinity
Coco.
War trailer as well.
Infinity War trailer.
That came
That dropped
out
the other day.
2 days ago. Yeah,
That's
two,
right, day
two,
before.
2 days ago or something. Awesome. You see a lot of Thanos. You see everybody that's been introduced in the Marvel universe is there, and I've already heard Captain Marvel will be there.
Maybe make an appearance or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe one of the trailer and credit sequences.
Because
I don't know how involved she'll be in the story. Just a bit.
Scarlett Johansson already mentioned that she's been involved in it. So she said, "Oh, she's getting her feet wet."
Because she
before
would
the
have
solo
to.
movie.
Because from what we know is Captain Marvel is going to take place in the 90s, so it's going to be a prequel story. So her story has actually been around since the 90s, where we've been introduced to the Avengers 2008 with Iron Man.
Yeah.
But then we go back to First Avenger with Captain America. But,
Yeah.
So like, where has she been this whole time? With the New York
Space?
alien invasion, yeah, like what's she been doing
Maybe.
out there, or has she been held captive or something? So she might show up maybe with a battle sequence or something.
I can't
Introduce
wait.
Captain Marvel.
Cannot
But
wait.
trailer was cool because it shows every character we've seen pretty much. Aside from I didn't see Wasp, we didn't see Ant-Man.
Yeah, we haven't seen those two.
But to see everybody in different groups of the characters together and in different locations.
Correct. We see Wakanda. We see New
You
York.
see the New York.
We see Spider-Man. What looks like the scene from Stargate.
Yeah, that big
Little ring,
ring,
right?
like,
That-
it felt very sci-fi Stargate.
Yeah, when I saw that ring, I was like, it looks like a Stargate portal.
I wonder what's going to happen with that. But we see a little bit of the Black Order in there.
Right, we do. We see what's her face? His name?
I don't
Proxima
remember.
Midnight.
Okay.
We see her face for a little bit, and you can tell she throws her little staff towards Captain America, and he catches it.
Yeah.
And then I want to say,
But like I've said, this movie is going to be epic just because of the 10 years of Marvel movies
Yeah.
that we had.
not only that,
All these different characters.
seeing Robert Downey Jr. crying, like, oh,
That scene where he gets knocked out by Thanos, like the way he drops is like he's dead.
yeah,
He freaking knocked his head off. He just slammed onto the ground like dead.
with a backhand, like a psh,
That looked insane.
pimp
That
slap.
was cool. Seeing Vision get like them trying to get the stone out of his head. That looked
I
pretty
think that
badass.
was the Black Dwarf staff or someone's staff. Someone of the.
I was wondering,
Black Order.
because it kind of looked like the Loki pokey stick
Yeah.
from Avengers, but so many good moments in that trailer.
Right.
Seeing Black Panther like leading the charge. You see Captain America and Bucky in the background.
Yep.
And then at end scene, you see War Machine flying, and like War Machine's back,
Yeah.
Bucky's back, everybody's back. It's like, I can't wait for that
Yeah, I
one.
can't read it.
That comes out May, so we got 6 months. 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Probably gonna get another trailer soon. Like some of the stuff that was missing, like I was describing to you earlier, that it would have been cool to see, but I understand them not putting it like in the full first trailer. The people that went to Comic-Con or D23 saw maybe a 4-minute highlight reel of stuff. There's a scene where you see Peter Parker kind of like beat to shreds, and he's crying. He's like in Tony Stark's arms, like crying, like, "I'm sorry, Tony, I'm sorry." There's another beat where everybody's talking about where Thanos like reaches up and throws an asteroid at the Avengers. Like
That's
they're
awesome. saying
saying that it's a moon. They throw a moon down. He throws a moon down at the Avengers. So like that's gonna be epic. Seeing
yes.
that kind of stuff.
Oh wow, I can't wait. I can't wait.
What do you think about what's his face, Thanos. He looks like little. They changed the color on him based on the last 3 times we've seen him.
Yeah, so they're saying that he's looking that way because he already has the stones in him. So when he has his whole suit, that's his battle armor thing without anything. So
that's when he has when he
doesn't have the gauntlet. When he doesn't
okay.
have the gauntlet. So with the gauntlet, so he's like, why do I need all this when I have
when he
this?
has the stones, he's stronger, of course.
So that it could be like an aura thing, you know, a glowing thing. Because we've seen it when Guardians of the Galaxy, and they grab the stone.
The purple, yeah.
Yeah, the stone. They all change colors essentially.
Yeah.
So it could be a hint of that, you know. And then again, it is a trailer. How often do we see a trailer and the color scheme or whatever is completely different
That's actually
from the actual film?
Yeah, I wanted to mention how, going back to Thor, a lot of stuff in the trailer was different when we saw it in the movie.
Yeah.
Like the scene where the hammer gets broken.
Yeah.
In the trailers, we see it like in like some city alleyway when it happens. But in the movie, it happens in like an open field.
Yeah.
And then the spoilers, he's missing an eye at the end.
In the trailer, he's not.
In the trailer at all, yeah.
Yeah.
So they even did that with the Avengers Infinity War trailer. The people who saw it at Comic-Con, it opens up with Thor flying through space and slamming into the Guardians of the Galaxy spaceship. And they bring him in, and then like they have their little introduction. But they say he had both eyes in that trailer. So that's really cool how they're kind of hiding those little bits and pieces.
That's awesome, man.
Keeping that secret. Yeah, it's really cool.
So excited about that. So
super excited.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. That's gonna be, man. That'll be Star Wars level.
It is
kind of box office.
No, it will. Moving on from that, what else you got? I binge watched The Punisher and I binge watched Stranger Things. So I can focus on Punisher for now. Great story, great background. It wasn't your typical shoot 'em up movie kind of show because that can get old very quickly.
Yeah.
So it really got that into his character.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people's it focused more on the PTSD aspect of who he is.
Yeah, and like I said, you can't really make him all I do is shoot because that'll get boring very quickly. So they definitely dealt with getting more character out of more deep into him. So it was, and I liked it. I really did like the series. So I cannot wait. So there's 4 more.
Yeah, that I need to get into. That I didn't watch. That I haven't. I just haven't even tried.
There were some violent scenes in there too. I was like, oh wow.
Just the trailer alone, just the opening sequence of that trailer where they show his wife get shot in the head, it was like kind of like, whoa.
Yeah.
Graphic.
Yeah. So you'll definitely like that. There's a scene with a hammer, and trust me, you'll enjoy it. So,
is there a hallway scene?
No, I was gonna tell you that there's no hallway scene.
Because those Marvel Netflix shows hallway scenes are like epic.
Yeah, very reminiscent of Old Boy. No, they didn't have a hallway scene with him, which is cool because I was like, all right, let's make it different. Let's just not all do a hallway scene. So that was awesome. I was hoping maybe a Defender part, like the Defenders would pop in maybe as a guest appearance. No.
They just had, what's her name, Karen?
Yeah, she was
from the Daredevil.
Yeah, because she had a good relationship with the Punisher.
With Frank from season 2.
So she's heavily involved in the show, which is cool.
That's cool.
And because she's a reporter now. That's how season 2 ended, where she's like, their little practices, with
falling apart.
Yeah, and so she started doing her own reporting thing. So she had a big part in it because she was helping Castle piece a lot of things together. So
nice.
It was really good. So I liked it. What about something that we both watched? Stranger Things.
Stranger Things I loved. As much as you know that I was obsessed with season 1. So excited when season 2 came around. Binged it, watched it in the 2 days that I could fit it in. I love the way they upped the stakes. It was like everything was bigger, everything was badder.
And really showed how the Upside Down.
Well,
they really made it bigger. Like there's not just one monster. It's a world. It's a world with.
We have that Thessal Hydra.
Yeah.
Like big looming monster that you see in the previews and stuff. We got the demi-dogs.
Yeah.
So we got more creatures. I thought it was actually going to grow into a Demigorgon. Would have been cool to see more Demigorgons. And there have to be more out there.
Yeah. So it almost seems like the Demigorgons have like different races between them that look the same because the dogs had a Demigorgon face with the hole spreading open, but it wasn't as big.
Yeah.
Monster. So either way, the flashback scenes were awesome. The introduction of new characters were cool. They
Max was cool. I didn't like her brother.
I liked his scene in it. I thought that cool. They could do a lot with him.
I felt the only reason to have him around was the fight scene with Steve in order to have him knocked out, in order to have the kids get him into the car to have the girl drive without Steve noticing.
No,
that's the only reason I thought.
I thought
otherwise he was just a pain in the butt.
I thought he was there perfectly to kind of push Steve into a deeper character, like because Steve in the first season was the big dog in town, you know, and this dude comes in and he's the bigger guy, so it almost forces Steve to like ponder who he is. And honestly,
just the stuff between Steve and Nancy was enough. The whole breakup and him kind of like, and the issue of Nancy's into that other guy.
Remember, in season 1, Steve was the big dog on campus. He was doing a lot of things because his peers were like, oh, he's a cool guy, so yeah, I'm gonna be this way. He doesn't have that, and honestly, he doesn't have Nancy either. So it's like I don't own the school anymore. I don't have spoiler. I'm not cool with Nancy anymore.
Even at the end of season 1, though, he didn't need to have the school. He didn't need to be the top dog because he had his story of like redemption and helping out the crew and ending up with the girl. So he didn't. I don't think he needed to continue that. His story would have been just fine. Losing Nancy, dealing with that, it's like fine, and then like kind of connecting with the kids.
Do you think if he lost Nancy, he would have maybe reverted back to his old ways?
I don't think so.
I thought, I was like, maybe that's what they had. Then like, all right, well, I don't have the school. I don't own the school. I don't have Nancy.
Take away the new character. He loses Nancy. He tries to win her back, and that's when he meets up with Dustin, and then that connection grows. So there's no need for that bully, that other top,
okay, so top dog. What an odd pair, but it worked.
Of who? Oh, Dustin and Steve. It was awesome.
What an odd pair, but it was perfect. Little brother, big brothers, like it clicked.
Yeah, it clicked perfect, and then bringing the rest of the kids, and then now Steve is like the gang's babysitter.
Yeah,
but yeah, having him, but more so than the mean brother character that really had no point. Freaking Bob.
Oh, yeah.
Superhero Bob. Super Bob.
That was so awesome.
He was freaking amazing.
His fucking death, I was like, oh.
Him, the Paul Reiser character of the scientist, is like, knowing these worlds, knowing these shows that we watch, we always like, oh, there's something up with them. Maybe they're connected. Maybe they're in deeper.
Paul Reiser was weird because he's like, you don't know. He was teetering on both sides. Like, all right, you see a good side of him, and then he do something. You're like, no, he's fucking. He's all.
But ultimately, like you see, like, oh, he was on the good side. He's a good guy. He is here to help them out. But he's ultimately keeping control of the lab.
Yeah.
And what's going on?
Because he had to do like a double both life. Because like he's like, hey, I'm part of the good guys, but then he would do something where like. Where he pretty much told the kids shut the fuck up, or I can end you.
Yeah, because at first you would think
like what, but he's a bad guy. But then you see him, and he's doing it because there's other people bigger heads above him that control him, and he needs it not spread out more. And it's just like
I almost in the first couple.
He was honestly on the razor's edge, whether he was a good guy or a bad guy.
And same went with Bob. Maybe the first couple episodes, like maybe he's like a plant from the lab.
I thought so too. Dude, I so thought
I
was like Bob is a plant. He's here. He's too goofy. There's no way. And he really was a good guy. He played out
to have him be the good guy. Really all the awesome stuff.
Dude, he really played to be the good guy. And I was like, oh no.
Freaking Bob was amazing. Just from the dumb jokes of like they rent the horror movie and then Mr. Mom, and he's like, oh, Mr. Mom, excited about that movie. And they're watching it and the way he's just cracking up. He's such a goofball. And I love that Goonies joke that where he's going through the map. I was like, oh, we got to get to this part, the X. He's like, oh, the X, what's there? Hidden pirate treasure? It was like, oh, that was an obvious Goonies throw in right there. So that was cool for him to do that. And for him to save the day at the end like that, the way he did.
Yeah.
And like that episode, it was great. Everything from episode 1 to episode 9 was awesome.
Did you see
episodes? Even episode 7, I understood what they were going with that. I don't hate it, but I understood. It's the one where 11 goes to Philly. And meets her sister.
I remember, what was she, 6 or 8 or something?
Yeah.
That whole scene, I was like, okay, I get it. They have it there to show that there's more than one.
That whole episode is kind of that was like, it was very referenced as Yoda and Dagobah teaching Luke Skywalker to enhance.
Which I was cool with it.
Okay, I understand what they're doing with
not only that though, but it also showed 11 going more to her character on her own.
Yeah, that's what that episode.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by like. I understand what they're doing with that. A lot of people hated it. I didn't. I hated the gang. Like they weren't really characters like you could like. Or,
No, you cannot like whatsoever.
Or even
They were annoying as fuck.
but not even like I like to hate these kind of like a Negan type of.
No,
like,
they were annoying.
I hate these guys. They were just like
it's annoying.
They're stupid.
That's what I'm saying. It was annoying.
Yeah.
You can't like something that's annoying. It's like yeah.
But I understand what they were doing with that. There were little nuggets of like in that episode at least we find out that her papa is still around.
Yeah.
Because that one guy they're attempting to kill, he says, "Oh, I can lead you to him," and then like kind of strengthening her powers and realizing like she needs to go back and help her friends. So that was cool. But I hope they kind of bring back 8.
I think they are because I mean, obviously there's more. So they're probably going to follow up
because they opened the season with her.
Yeah, they're probably follow up to see how far up the chain of command this goes up to,
or even other characters, other
so
other numbers.
She's 11, so obviously there's other people out there.
The thing is, though, I'm still gonna call her 11, even though we know her name.
What was her name? I don't know.
Jane. See,
Jane.
so we discovered her name is actually
Doe.
Jane.
It's Jane Doe.
But we're still gonna call her 11. I'm still calling her 11. But again, same thing with like I told you last season. I'm a sucker for slow motion, and then screaming and dramatic music, like the way they did it again.
Yeah.
But this instead of one hand, this time she uses both hands.
Yeah.
So she's stronger. Like that's so cool.
Either way, guys.
Show. The way they up the stakes.
Great show.
New characters. We got justice for Barb.
Yeah.
That little side story was, it was like the fan outcry of like justice for Barb. So they you could see it was obvious they did that.
Yeah.
I like seeing the more a little bit more of the family dynamic.
Yeah.
Seeing Dustin's mom, the way they are together. Seeing Lucas's family and his little sister, his annoying little sister.
I think
she was funny.
It was great that they showed their whole family instead of just one family. But either way, guys, great season. If you like the first one, you're definitely gonna like the second one. And for those out there, you've probably already watched it anyway. So either way, it was just great to talk to about that show.
Yeah, Stranger Things. I love it. I'm still obsessed with it. I'm buying the Funko Pops.
Oh,
I
don't know if you saw that Eggo 11.
No, I didn't see that. I just noticed the Eggo box out of the corner of my eye right now. But
Yeah.
I gotta check that out.
That came from me in my Geek Fuel box. Gosh, Geek Fuel, guys.
I think I'm gonna have to get Geek Fuel.
Great box.
That is.
There is not a single box I have not liked. And from the last month's Geek Fuel, I had it was a box of Eggos, but it says 11 on it, and it had the kids from Stranger Things, and it came a mug. I got a shirt and a little Eggo car sniffer.
Oh, that's awesome! A little air freshener.
Yeah, air freshener.
That's sick.
So
God, I gotta get Geek Fuel, especially since all I have is the Justice League box or the DC box.
Yeah. So,
man.
That's pretty much it on movies and stuff like that. We really haven't been catching up on news. But what have you done in this past 4 months? Read anything interesting?
Just reading the Batman's real, like Tom King is really good.
Yeah.
I love what he does with the relationship of Batman and Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
Like the last issue, the annual. Did you get that one?
No, I haven't done it yet.
That's like steamier than anything I could imagine out of freaking Twilight or 50 Shades of Grey.
Really?
And so emotional. Just the connection between those two characters and the way they play with each other and the way you could see they love each other.
Yeah.
Okay. What he's done with this Batman Catwoman love story is amazing.
I have to check that out.
So good. I've been. I think it's just the Batman's. What else is? The metal stuff. I'm still kind of keeping up on.
There's not much to elaborate on that because the story's still ongoing.
It's still going.
I know we're both reading it.
Freaking bonkers.
So it's there's a lot of pieces still missing to make sense of the whole thing. I think it's something maybe we shouldn't touch on until it's completed, so we can.
That's what I'm thinking. As soon as it's complete, I need to read it.
Yeah,
all complete for it to because
it's so big, so many side things to it that, and they purposely made it so you don't understand the big picture yet because there's so many things going on.
And then having that month in between or a couple weeks in between, it's like it's hard for me to keep the story straight a lot.
Yeah, and it won't be finished until like July of next year.
Is it?
So yeah. So
the Doomsday Clock just started.
I bought it. I haven't read it yet, but
you got the lenticular cover with the
Yes.
Rorschach. That's
Yes.
awesome. I love that cover.
So I got that
because I'm going through Watchmen again. I'm halfway through it, so I want to kind of like get Watchmen back.
Oh, the Watchmen, the actual original Watchmen.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I want to get that to then continue into the Doomsday Clock. What
else?
Comic wise, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So far for now.
I'm reading the whole black metal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, we're not going to be touching on it. As you can see to the right of me, there's stacks and stacks of comics. Still got a lot of reading up to do, so nothing too big from my side and nothing particular. I just want to say, glad to be talking geeky stuff with you again, bud.
Yeah, we gotta. I mean, I've kept up with the news on a daily basis.
Yeah,
because that's pretty much all I do is watch all the YouTube content that feeds me my knowledge.
Yeah. So
useless knowledge.
I think this was just a little rendition of things that we watched, all the trailers or movies.
Just kind of catching up.
Yeah. So next show we'll definitely get more into the news, what's going on. Things that we've already heard.
We got Star Wars in 2 weeks. We got Star Wars coming up.
Yeah, there you go. We got Star Wars.
Cut to a clip.
Also talk about certain people leaving Marvel. You already know about that. Bendis is leaving.
The Bendis.
Yeah, he's gonna be
exclusive
leaving to DC.
Yeah.
So that should be for. I don't know if a lot of DC fans know who Bendis is, but he's a brilliant man. Done a lot of great work with Spider-Man, X-Men, and stuff like that. So that's a good man. That's a good
Didn't
thing.
he do Jessica Jones?
Jessica Jones. Yep.
Yeah.
So besides that, I think this might be game over for us, bud.
That's about it.
All right, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe. Give us a little comment.
Reach us on our social medias. We have a Nerdy Entertainment Syndicate
On our Instagram. Post it.
I'm Drewvy51 on Instagram. I got a lot of stuff on there too.
CJIs. Besides that, like I said, check our Instagram. I posted for those who love Funko. Got a little bit of a surprise for you. I already posted that a couple days. It was an unboxing of a GameStop little collector box, and then I got the 8-bit Chase Joker, which I'm happy for.
That was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool. You saw me people already hitting it up. I was like, hey, what do you want? But that's it, guys. Thank you very much. This is Los.
Drew.
Have a good day.
Adios.